Do you have children and are schools important to you? Today we're going to be talking about schools, both public and private, in San Leandro, California, and let's get started right now. Let me start this video off by saying that I am a firm believer that any school you send your child to, it's only going to be as good as the parent putting positive things into their children also. For each school in this video, I'm going to show an overall rating, and that's the rating that you're going to see for each school. In that rating, there are 4 individual ratings that make up that score that combine it to get that rating you're going to see. Number 1 is the school's test scores rating. This reflects the annual state test results for this school compared to scores nationwide. Number 2 is an academic progress rating. This rating measures how much the students learn in a year compared to their peers across the state. Number 3 is a college readiness rating. This rating shows how the schools are preparing their kids for college compared to schools at other schools across the state. And this is based on key measures like graduation rates, college entrance tests, and AP test work if it's offered. This rating is given only for the high school level. Finally, and 4th is the equity overview rating. This rating looks at how well the school is serving the needs of its disadvantaged students relative to all of the students. And this is going to be compared to other schools in the state based on test scores provided by the State Department of Education. Now, let's look at a few facts of the San Leandro schools.
Okay, and today we're going to be starting with San Leandro Unified School District. Just a couple of things to talk about with them. They have 13 public schools that they have. They have right about 8,900 students, and they service grades K through 12. They have 9 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 3 high schools. A couple of facts about the San Leandro schools, and we're going to start with teachers and staff. So the student per teacher ratio for all of the levels of schools, elementary, middle, and high school, the average teacher to student ratio is 26 students to 1 teacher. The student to counselor ratio is 1,065 to 1. The percentage of teachers with 3 or more years experience is 93% of the teachers. And the percentage of full-time teachers who are certified, and that's 100%. And the average teacher salary in the San Leandro School District is $81,710. Now we're going to skip down to the district finances. There's 2 things I'd like to look at in here. The average revenue they get per student is $13,720. And then the next thing I like to look at is the average spending per student. It's $11,122.
Now, let's start with the San Leandro high schools.
So San Leandro does have 3 what they call high schools, but really the general high school is San Leandro High School on Bancroft Avenue. And they have about 2,652 students, and they are located on Bancroft Avenue. And an important thing to note about them is they had a recent surge of students where they needed to do some building, and they actually built a freshman campus. So the freshman campus is about 1 block away from the main campus, and I know that sometimes they need to go back and forth, but I thought it was really kind of neat that they have a campus just for the freshmen there. So they are a 4, but their test scores were a 5. The 2 other schools are important, but not as important for people just moving into the San Leandro School District. The other one is Lincoln High School, which is the continuation school, and they did get a 1, and they have about 187 students. And the other one, like I said, it's not quite as important, is that it's the San Leandro Adult School that's on Juniper Street.
Now, let's jump over to the middle schools. Finally, let's round out the San Leandro schools with the elementary schools.
Okay, so we're going to start on the elementary schools in San Leandro. And I know actually that they said that they had 12 elementary schools. Well, they actually said 13, and I don't know why, but they're counting the San Leandro Adult School as one. But it is important to note that even though there are 3 of these schools physically in San Leandro, that they are part of the San Lorenzo School District. So if you watch the San Lorenzo School District video, it might direct you back to this one. So the schools are Hillside Elementary School, which is in the hills of San Leandro, and they have a rating of 1. They do serve about 450 students. So this is one of the schools that, again, is in the San Lorenzo School District, but it's physically in San Leandro. The other school is going to be Dayton Elementary School, and they serve about 450 students, and they have a rating of 4. The other school district that is a San Lorenzo school district, but in San Leandro, is Corvallis Elementary School. They have a score of 2, and they have 430 students. So those rule out the San Lorenzo schools. It is important to note that if you are in the city of San Leandro, but in the Ashland unincorporated area, or if you are in a certain part of San Leandro over here, off of Manor Boulevard, they're actually located in San Leandro, but it is part of the San Lorenzo School District. So if you're looking for San Lorenzo schools, there are parts of San Leandro that you can live in. Okay, so let's get on to the San Leandro schools. Let's start at the northern part. And the first school is going to be Roosevelt Elementary with 541 students, and they have a score of 6. The next one is going to be Washington Elementary School with almost 400 students, and they have a score of 4. The next one that we're going to go a little bit south to, that's on East 14th Street, is McKinley Elementary School, and they have a score of 3, and they have just over 500 students. The next school we have is on William Street. It's called Wilson Elementary School. They have a score of 5, and they have about 750 students. Let's go a little bit more south here. And we are going to go next to Jefferson Elementary School, which is on Bancroft Avenue, and they serve about 580 students, and they have a school score of 3. Our westmost school is Garfield Elementary School, and they are a 2 out of 10, and they have about 350 students. Our southernmost school, not being in the San Lorenzo School District, is Madison Elementary School. They have a rating of 10, and they have about 480 students. And I will say that this was my elementary school as a child, so I'm really proud that they have the highest score in all of San Leandro. The next school is Monroe Elementary School. They have a 4 out of 10, and they serve just under 400 students. Now, I would like to point out that you may see a little bit of a theme with the San Leandro School District. They do tend to name their schools after famous people, or the San Leandros, they're all named after past presidents. So it was a little bit easier to learn the presidents when you were in elementary school.
Whew, that was a lot. I have one more super important point, but first, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that subscription below. The one right there, you see it. Also, I have a buyer's guide that you can get from me for free. Did I say free? You can get the link in the description below. Now, on to my most important point. Remember, if you're looking at public schools, there are district boundaries. Even if you live in San Leandro, let's just say, you might be living actually in the San Lorenzo School District. They have kind of a funny line like that. So be sure to contact the San Leandro and the San Lorenzo School District if you want to live in one particular one. I'm Casey Serafino-Lee, your local East Bay real estate agent, helping you love where you live. If you like this video, you might like this video or this video, and be sure to subscribe to my channel here. Go ahead. I dare you. See you on the next one.